How I would start my next business partnership. Being a lawyer that's worked with a lot of people forming business partnerships and somebody who's been involved in a few throughout my career, what I say you need to do when you start your business partnership is you really need to get together on the vision of what the partnership is and where it's going. And you need to try to get some fundamental alignment there. The next big piece of this whole puzzle is to understand what happens when people move on from the business partnership, because it's inevitable that that's going to happen. It's just not realistic, and the vast majority of business partners do not stay together for a term of, say, multiple decades. Usually, people are going to change their business interests, potentially move, have family issues, get realigned. So, the mere fact that people are business partners now and are in good alignment about the vision for the business right now doesn't mean that's going to stay the case. In fact, what often happens is the business partners start getting different ideas. And this can happen sooner than later in some cases when new opportunities come into the business partnership. Let's say a business partnership is going along and building its business and some strategic opportunity comes in. Let's say a very large customer wants to partner. This could be a case where one partner says, yeah, this is great, let's do that. And another partner is hesitant or doesn't think it's the right move. Maybe the margins aren't as high when you get a volume buyer, and that changes your analysis of what's right for your business. This is why you want to sit down with a lawyer early in the process as you're building the business partnership to discuss not just what happens if everything goes great and the business builds as anticipated, but what happens if the business partners decide to go different directions. What if they disagree about where the business goes next? What if one of them decides they want to move on to a new venture or relocate themselves and their family? What does all that look like? And a good experienced business lawyer who's licensed in your jurisdiction can help you work through that. They can build those provisions that allow for that potential breakup in a way that protects the value of the business. Generally, if the business has significant value, gives an exit check to the partner that's leaving, so they're generally happy about that. Maybe doesn't burden the ongoing partner in such a way that they have to drastically alter the business, but allows everybody to enjoy the value created. If you don't have those types of provisions, it's not uncommon to end up in a situation where you're fighting over what happens with the business, fighting over the value, and you may actually destroy the value, perhaps even taking the value of the business down to zero or below. It's a very scary proposition. So if you're going to jump into a business and a business partnership, you want to get that stuff documented right in the beginning. It's well worth the money to get those documentations in order. Would love to hear your questions. Go ahead and drop them below. Remember, YouTube is not a confidential forum or any other social media you might see this on. So don't put stuff in there that's sensitive that you don't want other people seeing. For specific questions, reach out to an attorney, have that attorney-client conversation with them. But if you have general questions and ideas for future videos, we've seen some come in recently and we always appreciate them. Go ahead and join us. We will be tailoring some videos now to some questions we've gotten in the last week or two. And we will do that again in the future if we see significant questions that we can answer on the channel. So go ahead and drop the comments. And I hope you subscribe, because we'll be bringing you more tips about business, business law, and the future of business right here on this channel. I'll see you soon.